there, I'm Shami and welcome back to another video on the NZDayTrading101 channel. So I thought I'd double up on the videos since I have a bit of time. It's Sunday night, we're chilling, so I thought I'd lay some more lessons down for you new people. So here we go. So today what I'm going to talk to you about is just a good way to know when the trend is over, especially if it's swing trading. It's important that we stay in the stock as long as we can, and we don't want to get rid of, the gains that we don't want to leave any gains on the table. Basically, you don't want to only make like let's say like $100 when you could have made like $600, right? So, and what's a good way to do that? Or what's a good way to know when the long-term trend is over? So, a good way to know when the long-term trend is over is to look at the daily chart. So, some of the runners in the markets recently have been ABA has been a really good runner recently. So as you can see, it's just been going up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So this is a day 6 runner. It's just been going up and up and up. And anyone that saw the stock and saw that it's kind of trending higher on good volume. So obviously the volumes was trending higher. The stock was breaking out really well compared to its last high, and it's just kind of just continued up. So how do you know when this trend is going to stop? Like people probably like in this, people that are probably let's say invested here probably made about, let's say, around about 18%, to know a few days later that it's back down to like $3.10 or whatever. So a good way for you guys to know is what we call the first red day. So the first red day is the best way to know when sort of that upwards momentum has stopped, and the stock's probably going to start to consolidate for a while. So in order to capture these gains here, you want to stay in the stock as long as you can, and a good way to do that is if a stock closes lower than what it opened on the day. So as you can see here, this is the first red day. Clearly there's a red candle. You know that the stock is probably very unlikely to continue higher. So it doesn't just happen on ABA, but so people that are in the stock over here, a good time to have got out of the stock is probably over here. So you would have caught your probably 20-29% gain. So that's quite a good way. Whoops. Yeah, so I'll show you some examples of other stocks and also some history on other stocks that have done the same thing. So ABA here, it continued to trend up over here, and then it came to its first red day, as you can see, right there. And then you knew that sort of upward trend was over. Good time to get out, and then it consolidated for a while. So all these days, you would have had your capital back. So obviously lock some capital in when you get in here, and you would have took your gain there. Then your capital's free again. You could have traded other stocks, and then obviously when you saw this stock going up again, you could have got back into it and made some more gains. So other stocks have done that. Obviously Kathmandu's been a runner lately. Here we go, first red day here, first red day here, and the first red day here. So that's when you know a trend is over, and you should probably get out if you're swing trading. So is Air New Zealand. First red day here, and the first red day over here. And you saw that the downward sort of trend. And then what you want to do is you want to wait till these stocks start to consolidate sideways, form a range, and then ready for that next leg higher, basically. So, and that's a good way to profit. That's how I profit. So let's look at some other stocks that have probably done this. Just trying to think, like CBD, back in the day when it had some news. So after a huge run, so this is quite a volatile stock when it was in play. So how would we know if we invest in CBD over here? How would we know when the right time is to get out? So if you're swing trading this, the right time to get out is not 40 cents, not even 70 cents, so probably when you saw some topping action over here, 84 cents. So it ended lower on the day. So this is really volatile, this one. So these sort of swings are what we look for as traders. Like this is just a huge, perfect price action, just swung upwards, huge volume. And you just saw it sell back down. So that's the thing with selling stocks as well. Like people with the investors, so there's probably a lot of people that probably invested, investing for the long term of CBD, and this is where the investors are sitting right here. So probably people that put all their money into it, let's say 5 grand, they're still waiting for the stock to go back up someday. So instead of investing in the stock long term, why don't people just like, it's going up, cool, there you go, take a profit there. Now your capital is unlocked, and now you can invest in something else and make gains in the meantime, while this starts to go up again. So if you took your gains here and you saw that, the trend is going up again one day, then you can kind of get back in and profit again. So that's my sort of strategy. I like to accumulate profits. And let's look at some other stuff. See if Sky City probably had a first red day as well. Here we go. Yep, so as you can see here, just remove all my drawings. There you go. For people in TradingView, sometimes it's probably hard for you guys to kind of put the chart up and down. The trick to that is you have to slightly just put your arrow and slightly just move it, and then you're able to do that. So let's say if I went to another stock, I can't move it up and down. I can only move it side to side, and this saves you guys a lot of time trying to research it. So in order to move it up and down, just slightly just go like that, and then you're able to do all this stuff. So just a little tip for you guys using TradingView. Again, if you guys want to get $30 credit for TradingView and you want to use the charts that I use, just buy the Pro plan, and also there's a link beneath in the video, and you'll be able to get a free $30. So here we go. So going back to Sky City. Cool. So here we go. Here's another first red day. So they're all over the place. So the first red day is a good way to definitely know that the trend is over. Not definitely, like everything is probability. Nothing I say is 100%, but whatever I say is just like there's a high probability, and that's all that trading is. We work in probabilities. Nothing is ever guaranteed. Nothing at all. So it's all you can do at the end of the day is manage your risk and just find high probability setups and just use high probability sort of theories. So here we go. So here's your first red day over here, Sky City. You had one here, and so that kind of ended the trend there. So there you go. You had a mini one. You had this was kind of like if you ever see this sort of plus sign, and just this what they call like a doji. But that's all good. So let's look at something else that usually trades. So this is I just want to talk to you guys about the hot list as well. So this is like a hot list that TradingView has. So if you guys wanted to make like a a watch list, or see what stocks gained on a day, you can do it two ways. You can use the hot list. So the hot list is just this one on the side here, and you can kind of sift through all like this and see what's trending and what's not trending. So that's another good way to find like your setups. So MET. I just got to use the move tool. Yes, the MET there. So this one looked like it was about to set up. It's going for like a mini sort of flat top breakout. But then, as you saw, it didn't happen. But it could continue to go back up, and just don't know. So just have to kind of watch it. It's on the top. It's actually not a top percentage gainer, but yeah. So another thing is for your patterns to work, for your flat top breakouts and bull flags and all that to work, you need to make sure that the market is all good. So the market should be, should be a good market, and in order to know that, you just got to check out the whole to see what the NZX is doing in general. So obviously the NZX was trended higher, and it's had this huge dip. So yeah, that's all good. So again, guys, again, that first red day, huge. You kind of know, and these usually tend to come after. So if a stock is doing a huge run and has a big red day, it just means that the trend is over and the buying is kind of stopped, and the stock is just having a rest, and it's probably going to consolidate for a little bit until it goes up again. And in order for it to go up again, it probably just needs to be like have a bit of news behind it. So news makes stocks run, and news increases the volume traded in the stocks, and that's what we want. So yeah. So thank you guys. This is my second video on the same night. Again, like the video as always. Appreciate you guys' support, and probably cut it here for tonight. And yeah, all good. Cheers. Peace.